Perfect Cocktail Pursuits is an entertaining, behind-the-scenes peek at cocktail culture. Since 2010, I've traveled the globe pursuing the perfect cocktail. I showcase the creative excellence of this exciting industry. Welcome to Perfect Cocktail Pursuits. My name is Rosalina Africano, and I'm your host. Today, I am with Seraphine Afladey, and we are not in Southern California in a taco bar, in a mezcal bar, or a tequila bar. We're actually in the middle of Accra, Ghana. I'm so excited to be here with you.
We are so excited to have you.
Thank you so much. So, this is like a mirage in the middle of West Africa. When I came in here the other night, I was just blown away by the fact that I was transported to Southern California. That's where we are. Well, Seraphina has agreed to make 2 cocktails for us today. Tell me about your first one.
I'm going to make the hibiscus margarita.
So you're going to start with tequila. This is the Tapatio Reposado tequila. What's next?
What's next is a triple sec.
Oh, Giffard, of course, because Giffard has the corner on flavored syrups here in West Africa. Giffard triple sec.
And the hibiscus.
Oh, yeah. This is a local hibiscus sobolo. It is called menzdo. So you're making a hibisco tequila. And this?
That is the agave nectar.
This is agave nectar. And the reason that we chose the Tapatio Reposado is because it's 100% agave tequila.
It is.
Well, please, take it away.
Okay. So first of all, I would like to, because it comes with a rim, my glassware first, so it doesn't get in the way.
Okay, so we're starting out with very small glasses because we're not going to have an opportunity to finish whole cocktails. So we're going to share a cocktail. Does that sound good?
It sounds great.
So she's going to make 2 cocktails here for demonstration purposes, and then we're going to move to a different section of the bar that's a little more comfortable and a little more conducive to conversation.
There you go. So I'm going to start with 25 ml of lime juice. There. 25 ml of triple sec. $25 ml of the sobolo.
Sobolo. I like the way that word rolls off the tongue.
And I'm going to do 5 ml of the agave.
So it's particularly sweet, agave. Yeah. So we just want a little touch in there. We're not trying to overpower. Oh, it's thick too. I didn't realize agave was so thick. It's like a pancake syrup.
Kind of.
Got it.
And, our final and master ingredient.
The Tapatio Reposado tequila.
Yes. Without it, we have 50 ml of this as well.
50 ml.
Yes.
Got it. And then you're going to shake.
Yes, I'm going to shake, but before that, touch of mint.
Fresh mint.
Yes. Then ice.
Looks good. Looks gonna be nice and cold. Americans like their drinks cold.
I bet you do too.
I do too. I see that shake, girl.
See?
With your Boston shaker. Me too, me too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious.
Normally I would like
it's
to
bright.
fine-strain this, but I like a little bit of mint.
The mint does really give it a whole other layer of flavor. The sobolo is so rich and red. And then, of course, the brightness in the lime. Fantastic.
So with this, I'm just going to garnish it with...
Oh, I like it. Look at you releasing the mint from the leaves. I like it.
This is when you take a sip, the first thing is to inhale that's beautiful minty. there.
That's beautiful.
Final touch.
Oh, final touch. Sorry. I was just going to show it to our
in there.
viewers. Another lime inside. So this is our shared Sobolo Hibisco margarita. The Hibisco margarita.
It is a hibisco.
Fantastic. So what we'll do is we'll set this aside so that we can enjoy cocktails over our conversation in a more comfortable spot in the restaurant. Shall I set it aside over here?
Yes, please.
Allow me. Then let's start your second cocktail.
My second cocktail,
Yes.
since you're still going to share,
Oh, yes, we're going to share another cocktail.
so I'm going to rim this.
So let's talk about the ingredients in your next cocktail.
So the ingredient in my next cocktail, I'm going to be using a mezcal.
This is a verde mezcal. I really like the little gato on the front, as well as...
Cointreau, which has been infused with jalapenos.
So this is a Cointreau Le Unique version, and you've infused it in-house with jalapeno. That's going to be delicious. And then these...
So that's Tabasco that we use for syrup. We call it the Tabasco syrup, like ginger.
Oh, you make a Tabasco syrup as opposed to adding this for flavor. And then this.
That's a house-made tahine.
That's some house-made tahine. Is it hard to get tahine here?
It is.
And so you make it in-house. Good for you. I like it. Well, let's see how you make this cocktail.
Okay.
Oh, wait. And then, of course, we have the imported jalapeno as well as the riper lime.
Local lime.
Local lime, of course. Please go on.
So now I'm going to garnish the rim with a tahine.
So you are garnishing this rim with the tahine, and the other one you use Demerara sugar with the hibisco margarita.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, you give me a shaker, please.
Oh, you're going to enlist me?
Yes.
You know I'm not a bartender, right?
It should be nice for you. So with this, I'm going to use 25 ml of lime juice.
25 ml of lime.
And there we go with the Tabasco.
Boy, that's orange.
Syrup.
That Tabasco syrup, how much of that one?
We're going to use 20 ml.
20 ml of Tabasco.
We don't want to overpower it.
No, we don't. Allow me.
Thank you.
I'll put this back in your syrup library over here.
The jalapeno Cointreau. That's exactly.
Oh, that's a nice color. It's got some green and yellow in it. Go on.
Yep. You're doing great.
I'll be your apprentice.
Also 20 ml.
20 ml of the jalapeno lime syrup.
So, what do you think should be this?
So you said, we got to do the mezcal, of course.
Yes.
But you can't forget the mezcal. It's not going to be a cocktail without it.
So I'm going to do 50 ml of that as well.
50 ml of mezcal.
There.
I can smell the mezcal from here.
So
The front door is a little squeaky.
Ice.
Little ice.
And let's get some ice in here.
A little ice in the glasses.
Like you said, Americans like their drinks what?
They do. They like them freezing.
And you are one, so I wouldn't like to give you something.
Are you calling me an American? What am I going to do with this? I understand you kind of put your thumb on top and your pinky on the bottom.
Oh, good, macho.
And you listen to the ice. What am I listening for?
The rhythm.
The rhythm. Here, take this away from me. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Oh, that's funny. Very nice. Wait, me too, me too.
Of course. Ooh, now that's...
Wow, that has a lot of flavor. It's not too spicy. I can smell the smoke of the spice and the mezcal in my nose. And then the lime, it makes it pretty bright.
Just to get some crushed ice.
I'm looking forward to both of these cocktails. These glasses are perfect to share one.
It is.
It is.
So there you have it. Our in-house mamacita.
Okay, so this one is called the Mamacita. And of course, we mentioned the fact that it's made with the Verde. Fantastic. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we take our cocktails to a more comfortable place and have a seat so we can talk more about you and how you got to the point that you're shaking behind the bar here in Accra, Ghana.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, great. We'll be right back. So welcome back. I'm here with my friend Seraphine Afladey, and we are here at La Borracha in Accra, Ghana. And I decided that after she demonstrated our cocktails that we would sit so I could find out more about her background as well as how the heck you became a craft cocktail bartender. Why don't we have a taste? We'll taste this one first. This is the
Hibiscus margarita.
This is the Hibisco Margarita. Cheers, my dear.
Cheers to you. Mm.
Oh, that's fruity and delightful. I taste not only the hibiscus, the fruity hibiscus flower, I can smell the mint moving through my sinuses and the brightness of the lime and the sweetness of the demerara sugar. It's a lot richer of a sugar than just plain white sugar. I like that. So please tell me how you ended up here at La Borracha. What did you do before you came here?
So I was a waitress at a restaurant called Apio Station 1, also inside Labani, but not close.
So you were already in the service industry before you came to La Borracha?
Yes, I was.
And then when you came here, did you have bartending experience?
No, not at all.
Not at all. So you were mentored?
I was mentored.
Because let me tell you something, your library of tequila and mezcal rivals any place in the United States. This is a complete library.
It is.
So you learned more about tequila and you learned more about mezcal and you learned more about cocktails from whom?
I learned more about tequila and mezcal, basically from my mentors. One of them being Joel Mensah. He was my first mentor. He started mentoring me ever since I got here. And then Chris Bainey took over.
I see. At La Borracha.
At La Borracha.
I see. And then did you mention to me that you were in a competition?
Yes, I was. So 3 months down the line when I joined La Borracha, my first mentor, who was Joel Mensah, he made me participate in this gin cocktail from Bivita. And I was nervous as hell because I was just 3 months in here and had no idea what I'm competing against.
You were 3 months in to your mentorship, to being a mentee, and you competed in an international contest?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically. And then
competing against like worldwide, like basic bartenders who have been in the industry for 5, 6, 10 years.
Right.
Okay.
And so you're natural at this.
Oh, I wasn't. I was terrified as hell.
You were terrified.
Yeah,
but and how did you place in that contest?
So I became the first runner-up.
The first runner-up is not too shabby for your first showing at an international contest.
It wasn't, but it takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of like zeal to get there.
A lot of zeal. It's funny, when you find your passion, you are always learning and you always want more, and you can't, the details are just so important, and you want to make sure that you have all of the details and all of the parts of your cocktail crafting, right?
Yes.
And so then Chris Beanie started to mentor you.
Funny thing about my competition was like Chris Beanie was one of the judges who judged me in that competition.
So he was the one who decided, along with a panel, that you were the runner-up in this Beef Eater international contest 2 months into your craft cocktail career. You know what? You are a natural. You just don't know it.
I believe so.
I believe so too. I believe so too. Well, cheers to that. Cheers to my new natural friend.
It is so good.
It is good. It is good. Well, why don't we try the other cocktail then? Okay, so the next cocktail we're going to enjoy is called
The mamacita.
The mamacita. I'm feeling that name. And this was the one that had the verde mezcal, the house-made the Cointreau that was house infused with jalapeno. It had Tabasco syrup as well as house-made tahine.
Housemaker.
Because it's kind of difficult to get tahine in West Africa.
Yes.
It's just a thing. Well, cheers, my dear. It's a delight to keep your company.
It's one of my favorite though.
I understand why. The spice is not too hot. It's kind of dancing across my tongue, and I like to say that. And usually when I'm talking about flavors, the Tabasco syrup, you know what? I don't get the Tabasco syrup as much as I think I get the jalapeno that's dancing with the kind of doing a little salsa with the oranges, the orange in the Cointreau. That's wonderful. That's a great cocktail.
So you don't get Tabasco syrup because the jalapeno is hot. The Tabasco is hot. But what you don't get is that the Tabasco we made into syrup. You taste the sweetness in there.
I see. So you get some complex flavors, but you're not getting heat from that Tabasco syrup. Now I understand.
The jalapeno is there today.
Yeah, I really like the contrast between these limes, the very ripe yellow one, and then the very green, not as ripe one. I don't know what to better call it, but it really makes a difference in the flavors of the cocktail. You can tell between the two that you've used different ripeness. So anyway, now that you've competed in the beef eater contest and you were a runner-up, which is pretty impressive with 2 months of experience, excuse me. And then you've been hanging at La Borracha ever since, making margaritas and sampling mezcals and tequilas. Where do you see yourself in the future?
So in the future, I see myself making or owning something of my own. So I have this future plans for making in the farm where I recruit like young youth coming up, because me being in the industry, I've learned about how getting imported stuffs, one, very expensive.
Yes.
Two, if you don't get it frozen, you can't use any fresh things. Like we have the strawberries. I researched to find out that it's more like a summer kind of fruit.
Right.
And then, hello.
It's summer all the time here, except for the rainy season, but it's still very warm. Yeah.
So I have this future plans to have my own farm. People don't really go with farm life because they feel like, what are you going to do with farm?
Well, I mean, it just amazes me that you import jalapeno. It seems to me that jalapeno would be an easy pepper for cocktail reasons to grow here.
Yeah. But we import everything, almost everything.
Having to do with cocktails. So rosemary and mint and jalapeno. It seems like all of these things would be pretty easy to grow here.
Yes. That should also help in cutting costs. From
yes.
You went to this bar and then their menu or their prices are way like higher.
Off the charts.
If we could grow some of the things by ourselves, teach one another to grow it as they could, the cost will come down, and then you don't open a bar or a restaurant for a particular kind of people. It's welcoming to everybody.
Right.
Whether you have money or not, you are welcome.
There's a price point for all audiences. I understand. Well, that sounds like a really great goal. And there is no doubt in my mind that I'm going to come visit you on your farm one day, and you're going to give me a tour of the strawberries and the jalapenos and the mint and the rosemary. I can't wait to see it.
Everything we use in the bar, from tabletop to dining.
Yeah, we call that in the States farm to table. Well, I'm rooting for you, and I can't wait to check back in with you sometime in the future so you can tell me all about your farm.
I would show you. I wouldn't have to tell you.
You're going to show me. Exactly right. Exactly right. Well, cheers, my dear. It's been a delight to keep your company this afternoon.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us today. This is Perfect Cocktail Pursuits. My name is Rosalina Africano, and I'm your host. And today I'm with Seraphine Afladey. It was wonderful to have your company today. Thank you so much.
It was wonderful.
What a
having you.
fantastic mirage in the middle of West Africa to be in this Southern California taco joint with the great library of mezcal and tequila. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers. We'll see you next time.